Fountain. I came to Papua New Guinea first as a single man in 1964, and then as a married couple, Jenny and I came to Papua New Guinea again a second time in 1967 to be high school teachers at Awaba High School. And then God called us into Bible school and theological training and Bible translation work in the Huli language at Koraba. And we were based there for 14 years. And then we took our two children who were born in Papua New Guinea back to New Zealand to finish their schooling. But the church leaders of the Christian Brethren churches asked us to come back in 2000, where we were doing upgrading of Bible schools for 2 or 3 years, and then I was the first General Secretary of the Christian Brethren churches, and Jenny was the first Finance Controller, until we found Papua New Guineans to replace us, so then we could retire in 2008. Since then, I've been writing books for Papua New Guinea, both in English and in Tok Pisin, and this commentary took me about 2 years to translate, to be able to get it. It's in English it's 600 pages, in Tok Pisin it's 800 pages. So that's it was a big work, but I'm very glad to Christian Books Melanesia that they have published it, and now it's available for people in Papua New Guinea. Today we are launching the Bridge Bible Commentary. It comes in 2 volumes, Old Pala Testament and New Pala Testament, and these are available in one package. They're retailing for 72 kina for both volumes together, and I'm pleased to be part of this. I think that Don Fleming, as a former missionary in Thailand, and then published his dictionary and commentary in English, and it's been waiting a long time for it to become available in Tok Pisin. So I'm very glad to have been the translator of this commentary. Today we can launch this commentary. So what is a commentary? A commentary is an explanation of the Bible, and this is called the Bridge Bible Commentary because it helps us here in Papua New Guinea to use this book as a bridge to help us to understand the Old Testament and the New Testament. The cultures of the Jewish people were very different 2,000 years ago. So we need to have a book that helps us to understand the Bible. And that's what a commentary does. It explains to us what the Bible means, what it's talking about. And this particular commentary starts with Genesis and goes all the way through to the end of the New Testament, to Revelation. So it covers every book of the 66 books of the Bible. And it's very useful for Bible schools and pastors and ordinary people like you and me to be able to understand the Bible. When you come to a hard part and you don't understand it, you can turn to the right part in this commentary and you can understand what it is saying and be clear about it. And it's quite helpful because even students have problems. Is Genesis the story of God creating the world in 7 days? Is that really true, or is it in conflict with science? Don Fleming has a good statement in his commentary about the fact that there is no conflict between Genesis and science. We don't have to make it either or, it's both. We can understand the world from a scientific point of view, and we can understand it from God's point of view, and that's what is in the Bible. And I think that's a helpful explanation for us.
Sorry.
So I think that's a helpful explanation for us to be able to understand understand the Bible better using a commentary. So this commentary, I believe it's the first of its kind in Papua New Guinea. So we are launching it today here at the Port Moresby Christian Bookshop, so that it's available everywhere in Papua New Guinea. Christian bookshops in other places too have this commentary in stock, and I'm very glad to have Sue as the manager of the Christian bookshop to be able to sell this to anyone who wants it at 72 kina a copy.
Would you be able to give an example, like you're saying about that book in Genesis, and then maybe think of something that you can say in the New Testament?
Right. Just let me think. All right. One of the heroes of Genesis is Abraham. Abraham is the story of Abraham is here in the Bible, and Abraham seems to be a strange figure in the Bible, and sometimes we have lots of questions about why did God tell Abraham to offer up his son Isaac. If you read this commentary, it will give it a good explanation of what was in God's mind when he asked Abraham to offer up his son. So there's a good example of an Old Testament man and the explanation of it. Another Old Testament example is, of course, the tabernacle or the tent of meeting in the Old Testament, and there is a good diagram of that in the book. There is also a good diagram of the clothes that the high priest used to wear, and so it's got here in Pidgin, of course, lap lap belong head, medal gold, lap lap belong bros, long fella clothes, big fella lap lap, white fella clothes, and emerald clothes belong head priest. So that's helpful to have that when you're reading the Bible and understanding it. And then in the New Testament, there is the story of Jesus. One of the interesting things about this commentary is that it combines all the four Gospels together. And so you can use the index to find any story in Matthew or Mark or Luke or John, and you'll find the reference and you'll find an explanation of this in the commentary. So I think that this is a very helpful commentary to have in the Tok Pisin language. For a long time it has been available in English, but now it's available in Tok Pisin. And I hope that Bible colleges and Bible schools and pastors will buy this book and use it for their study and their preparation for their ministry on Sundays and with individuals.